Good morning. Welcome back to Clayton Schick Outdoors. Of course, I'm Clayton Schick, and well, this is the outdoors. Walleye fishing today. Loaded up the Ranger. Hardcore running gun mission today. Solo. I do have some friends out fishing in some place, so if they hook into a big one and I'm close to them, I might slide over type of thing. But other than that, like I said, solo today and gonna go hard. Might snow a little bit of rain even possibly in the forecast. So if we have to put up the shack, I've got the flip over with me. We're gonna be super mobile. But yes, we're just gonna move lots. We're gonna try to get on them today. I have a goal today. No, yeah, I can't really do that. I didn't bring a measuring board with me, so I can't do a top 5 biggest fish or anything like that. So let's just make our goal today. Just catch a lot of fish and have fun and learn stuff. Let's go learn stuff. Everybody has stuff to learn. The moment you think you know it all, it's time for you to quit fishing because you're a know-it-all. That auger cut's nice. Look at me, one hole. One hole. Let's get a flasher down. That's all I have for a measuring board today. Afraid we'll scoop. I have a scale with me if I catch something really big. Like I'm talking like really big. Never know, it could happen. Can't catch fish if your hook's not in the water. Because I should probably put my hook in the water. It's a beautiful morning. What a day. What a day. So plan, like I said, is a lot of moving. Bigger moves if not marking any fish. Smaller moves if marking fish and not catching. Does that make sense? Makes sense to me. Not marking any fish, big moves. Bigger moves, farther moves. Gonna run today, for the most part, 3 cameras. Head cam, main cam, flasher camera. I'll do a video again in the future here with the underwater camera. I had so much fun with that. But today is all about run and gun hard because it's nice out. Oh, thought I had one, but it was a rock. Oh, Mark's charging me up higher. I think it's a Cisco. It's up pretty high. Pretty sure it's bait to start it off. Cisco, yeah. This is what those walleyes will, those big walleyes will come off the bottom for to eat. Lots. Ciscos. People don't like these fish. I think they're fun. I think they're fun to catch. I'm just gonna pop a couple more holes in this little area here just so I can move around a little bit before I take off this area. Sometimes when you drill a fresh hole, you want to let it sit for a little bit because noise can kind of scare the fish. So I should have drilled like 4 holes like right away, but I'll just pop a couple more here real quick and then get back to fishing. Hole 2 of the day. Spot 1, hole 2. Okay, not marking any fish in this area. We're gonna move to a little bit different area here. Still while it's prime time hours. It's 9 o'clock, sun would just be rising, but you can't see it. We're gonna move a little bit shallower. We're starting 28, 29 feet. We're gonna move to about 22, 23 feet, something like that, and try there first, or second, or whatever. No dice, let's move on. We're gonna go to a whole new area here. I'm moving lots during the prime time right now just because I feel like I should be at least marking them. If I'm not marking them, pretty hard to catch them. Okay, second move here, or second spot, 4th hole, 2nd spot. I think it's raining. Yeah, it's definitely raining, a little bit. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Come on, good mark, come on. Good mark, big mark. Come on. Big mark. Big mark. Big mark. Big mark. Eat it. Oh, no way. That was a toad. That was a toad. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Here it comes. Come on. Come on. No way. That's twice it came up. Take it right back down the bottom again. pound up that sand a little bit. See if I can stir him up. Oh, he's definitely, something happened. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Is this the big mark again? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Come on. Come on. Big mark. Big mark. Come on. Come on. Man, that was a monster mark. I'm gonna try a little bit smaller spoon here and see what happens. Like a toad mark. I'm gonna drill a couple more holes in a bit shallower here just to be ready. I had some nice marks come in, so I do want to spend a little bit more time here. There's definitely something going on for sure. Not ready to give up on this spot yet. There we go. Pretty sure this is Cisco. Either a Cisco, little walleye, or a perch, or a pike. No, just kidding. Little walleye is what they are. So had a school of little walleyes come in. First walleye of the day though, which is definitely a sign. Maybe some things to come. Little guy, I can't see the camera right now because I have my cloth over it because it was raining. So I think I'll probably get rid of that cloth. Big difference in those marks compared to that first mark I had come in here. Oh, look at that mark charge me. Come on, here we go, come on. Ooh, it came fast. Here comes again. Come on. There we go. A little bit better fish. A little bit better fish. Didn't get the best hook set on him, but thankfully my rod, being a little bit longer, is pretty forgiving in that sense. It's definitely a little bit better. It's not big though. It's not big. I saw him right there. Like a 22, 23 incher. I knocked him off at the hole. It's all good. It's all good. Good sign though. Like I was way more aggressive. Mark down there. Drop down, drop down, drop down, drop down. Doesn't look that big of a mark. Oh, it's coming up as I was dropping. I wonder if I should have just kept dropping it. Come on, here it comes, here it comes. No, back down. I'm gonna drop it past his face into the sand. Give it a couple little twitches in there. If he doesn't eat out of the sand, I'm gonna rise. Oh, he just bumped it. Battery bumped my line. Oh, no, that was him. He ate it right off the bottom. There's like usually two ways you're gonna end up catching these fish, right? You're gonna catch them up a little bit higher, trying to tease them up, or you're gonna catch them off of the sand. I saw him, counts, as I got a hook in the hat. It's all good. It's like I was saying, there's like two ways you're gonna catch those fish. You're literally gonna tease them up, tease them up, tease them up, and that mark's gonna follow, it's gonna follow, it's gonna follow, and eventually it's gonna commit. Or you're gonna take him down to the sand and you're gonna pound it on the bottom on the sand, and then he's gonna get all curious and he's gonna go over there, and all of a sudden he's gonna see a profile through all the sand, the little dust, the cloud that the lure's making, I should say, and he's gonna pounce on it. It's like usually when you twitch them up higher, you usually need some kind of bait to entice them because they get so close to it and they start to like smell it. When you're pounding it in the sand on the bottom, a lot of times you don't even need bait because they just come over there and they just see the profile and they're not sure exactly what it is. Could be a minnow, could be a crawdad, something like that. They're down there. Believe it or not, there's crawdads down here like crazy. I was going through the underwater footage from the last trip, and then all of a sudden it's like, what is that? I was like, oh, here comes a crawdad walking across the screen. Those walleye love those things. Like they pound them. So when you can just take your spoon and you can pound it on the spot right on the bottom of that sediment, you can imitate a crawdad, and it can definitely be a good way to trigger a bite. Ooh, 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 what's that? Looks like a good fish. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Got him. Got him. That's such a light bite. Wow, was that light? I think it's pretty small, that's why. There's another one down there too right now. So I'm gonna get him off pretty quick. Be like a perfect eater right there. Wonder if I should I think I'm taking a fish home with me actually today, maybe 2. So I'm gonna keep this guy right here. It's a good eater, like a 17-incher probably, something like that. Beautiful. Well, it's not fast and furious right now, but we're catching some fish. It's only 11 o'clock, so it's definitely promising, or definitely not insane slow like it can be. Like I put out some videos recently where I've caught a couple fish only in the videos. This, at least I've caught a few, but no size. Oh, I'm dropping down right to another mark right there. Just dropped right by him. Is he gonna come up and nail it? Here he comes. Oh, that was cool. See how it can go like so slow, and all of a sudden like a school of fish can just kind of move in. My guess is this fish will probably be around the same size. That's what it feels like. But that's 2 fish back to back pretty quick. Yeah, pretty much about the same size, maybe a little bit smaller. We will put this guy back. He's just he's a little guy. But like I said, at least we're catching some fish right now. The old run and the gun, move around until you kind of find an area that's holding some fish. And schools will move through. Like if you can find a good area that's on a pretty good transition. Like right now I've got a big rock pile off behind me here. So the fish will kind of transition by that rock pile or use that rock pile as like a travel way. Obviously they're going to slide up on it too and fish and eat up on those rocks as well. And at some point I might move up there and try to fish on the top of the rock pile. I'm just rambling here like crazy right now, but if you can put yourself on a good highway where fish are going to kind of cruise, some type of like transition where it's like a point type of thing where you can get, like if there's a point like this that comes out, an underwater point, you can get on the edge of that somewhere there where they're going to be coming up that point on both sides at the point, you know, when they kind of funnel up there. Same thing when they're up on the shallows feeding, then maybe they slide off of it. It's so hard to always say where they're going to be feeding. I've caught fish right now. I'm this pretty much as deep as I go. I'm in 30 feet, 30.3 feet. I've caught fish walleye like on last mountain lake where I am as shallow as 10, 12 feet. Usually probably that'd be the shallowest I fished probably. I'd say for them, and I've caught them out as deep as 30 feet. It's really hard to gauge where they're going to be. That's more going to be just a trial and error through the day, and that's all you have to do. When you have a bigger group of people, it's a lot easier to do, where you can go there and you can kind of drill the break line. And one guy can start in 30, one guy can start in 25, one guy can start in 20, one guy can start in 15, and you can kind of find where they're going to be for that day. Fishing solo is a little bit harder, but I enjoy it. A lot of people always say, how come you always fish alone? Honestly, I just enjoy it. Just to get away from everything, all the noises of the everyday world. You can just get away and just enjoy Mother Nature and being outside, and it's quiet. Believe it or not, sometimes I just like quiet. Come on. It's marked down there on the bottom. If I'm gonna fish this area, I should probably, or I'm gonna stay in this area, I should probably get another rod out here, another hole beside me, so I can kind of work 2 baits. I'm not sure if I'm gonna move around a little bit yet or whether I'm gonna stay here, but there's definitely stuff happening. They're just not super aggressive. Like even the bite, the ones I have caught, it's like you can't even feel them bite it. They're coming up and they're just come below it and they just open their mouth, close over top, and all of a sudden it's like, is he on there? Oh yeah, he is on there. So very, very light bite right now. Fish are not aggressive. Well, I think I gotta try to drill some more holes around here a bit and just kind of bounce around a little bit and see if I can pick up some fish. I got a hole hop. Been sticking around too long in one hole, and I'm marking some fish, but they're just super, how's the word? Docile? They're very docile. This auger has been awesome. Just gotta keep moving, moving, moving. Oh. Oh. Maybe a little bit better mark. It's coming. Come on. Come on. Come on. Got him. That's a little bit better. I don't think it's big, but it feels better than what I was catching. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm wrong, unless it charged me fast, but It's definitely not, oh yeah, no, it just charged me. That's, like I said, it's a little bit better than what I'm catching. It's not a bad fish at all. Easy girl, easy. You can tell I'm not in a rush to just throw her up on the ice. Just gonna take it easy with it. Come on, come on. No need to rush you onto the ice. It's going nice and gentle with you. It's a nice fish right there. Good quality fish. It's still been a pretty light bite though. That mark like appeared probably about a foot, 2 feet off the bottom, and then brought the bait above it. As you can see, I'm not fishing with any bait on this spoon at all. Come on. Sometimes to get this out, if you take your spoon and you twist it, twist your spoon, come at the hook and then push down, and you can leverage your hook, or you can leverage your spoon on that hook, which is a lot of times the fish will get it off too, but it's a good looking fish. Not bad at all. It's kind of what I thought it was from the mark. It was just a little bit bigger than the other fish I was catching, but I knew not a giant. So what I was saying is you can take your hook, and when you, oh, I gotta get that lens out clean. It's been raining, sorry about that. It's raining outside. And that hook's in that fish like that. It's in there, and you can't get it out. You can take your spoon, you can twist it, you can leverage down on the hook, and you can use your hook, your spoon, to pop it out then. It's something you just have to try a few times, but just try it. And it's what a fish will do to throw a hook too. If the spoon twists funny on it and it gets the right pressure on it, actually you end up pulling the hook out. But just take your spoon, put it against that hook, and then just twist it, and you can pop out that hook usually quite easily. So it's a cool way to get fish unhooked instead of having to always use pliers if you can't get it out with your fingers. I will clean that lens off now. I apologize for all the rain on the lens. Big long sweeps. It's raining again. Big long sweeps. When you pop a flutter spoon like that, let it fall down like free fall. Don't tighten your line. Let it fall on a slack line. Come on. Come on. Eat it. Come on. Got him. Almost got to a point where I high sticked myself, but we got him. We got him. Just a little guy. It took a while to catch that fish. Cisco, and that's why. Lots of Cisco's moving through. But that's a good sign. You got Cisco's, you're gonna have walleyes at some point too. Well, I think I'm gonna try another spot here real quick, and then maybe come back here like in an hour for hopefully some kind of prime time night bite throughout the evening or something like that. I'm gonna try a couple more spots anyway first before I settle in for the last couple hours of the day. No dice. Pretty slow so far, like not marking a pile of fish. Looked around quite a bit. Can't really find them. I think I'm gonna go back to an area where I caught some fish there earlier and drill 2 holes and try to have maybe a little bit more of a subtle presentation down at the same time, and try to coax the fish that do come by rather than chasing after them right now, because whatever's going on right now isn't very good. Well, when fishing slow, just have some peanuts and the fishing will turn around. This thing of peanuts has lasted me like 5 trips already. Wow, dead stick. Oh, the battery's dying, so I better hurry up on this one. I did not know that battery's gonna die on that main camera. We're all set up fishing. I look over and there goes the dead stick, just kind of popping around. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so that is a jumbo perch. Now, fortunately for him, because we're fishing a little bit deeper, perch don't like to survive out of this depth, so we are going to be keeping him. That is a tank of a perch though, like an absolute tank. Wow. I don't even know, probably 13 inches, I bet you. We are going to keep him because he probably won't survive at these depths, and the battery's going to die. Big perch. Okay, we picked another spot, popped up the Otter. We're gonna jump up in there, start fishing. It's raining out, which is why I popped up the Otter right now, and it's gonna get a little bit cooler because the sun's gonna set here in a little bit, and well, rain and cool doesn't mix very good, so we'll jump in there and we'll fish our little hearts out and see if we can hopefully get something into the night bite, or prime time as I like to say. Fingers crossed. Sometimes it's pretty hard to like pick that actual spot where you want to like set up and camp out on. Honestly, the first thing you should try to pick, I just had a strike, is something that you have past experience in and confidence in that area. That's always a great spot to start with to camp out on. When it's nice out, you can run a gun a little bit and try to find some more confidence areas, but when it is uglier out or raining right now, that's a good time to like camp out on a spot that you have confidence in. So how do you find those new spots? Honestly, with a lot of drilling, a lot of looking. I don't think some people realize that how much time sometimes goes into finding good spots. Now, what am I looking for structure wise? I'm looking something with some kind of depth change that is relative to deep water. Now that can mean anything. For example, right now I'm sitting in 30 feet and behind me there's a 25-foot rock pile. And on the other side of me is like, it goes down to like 50, 60 feet. So I'm trying to catch these fish that are cruising the edge of the rock pile looking for bait, basically. I could sit up on top of the rock pile and probably catch some fish too, but I find that the bigger fish are usually on the edges of that type of structure, if that makes sense. Not all the time. Doesn't mean that those fish won't cruise up on the top of those rock piles too. They're obviously gonna set up wherever the bait is for the most part. Now off the edges of those rock piles, eventually it's gonna turn into sand. So that transition where it goes from like rock to sand, that can be a great area to start with. That is going to hold a lot of crayfish. It's going to hold insects, which the ciscos are going to come by to feed on, and of course they're going to bring walleye. So it's honestly, to find spots like that, all it is experience. Like, I am not this amazingly skilled angler, and anybody that thinks they're an amazingly skilled angler, it's just experience. That's all it is. It's experience out there. It's no different than a tradesman, like a welder. Yes, there's some guys that are naturally skilled and naturally gifted, but anybody that's really good has worked really hard to get there. So that's what it takes. It's just time and experience. The older you get, the more you figure out, the more time you spend on a body of water, the more you figure out. That's what it comes down to. I'm very fortunate to be doing what I'm doing, where I get to spend a lot of time on the water. So if you have any of your friends that think they're an amazing angler, it's just experience and time. That's all it is. Oh, look at that mark charge on the bottom. That mark's coming. Oh, come on. No, come on. Come back. Give me another chance. Come on. As if it charged straight up from the bottom through all that bait. Got him. He did give me another chance. Oh, but he is tiny. I wonder if it's literally just a cisco. Oh, it's probably a tiny walleye. I'm just bringing him up slow. Yeah, he charged from the bottom, come through there, all that bait, and it was like, you could tell he wanted to eat. Easy. Well, right there. That's what you wait all day for, right? Prime time? No, he's tiny. I'll hold him really close. Yeah, giant. Oh, sorry, buddy. I didn't really do a great job letting you down. Can you turn yourself around? There you go. Oh, that mark charged up. Come on. Here it comes. Come on. Go. I'm on them right now. I am on the monsters. Giants, you guys. Like giants. Come on, here we go. Come on, here we go. Come on, here he comes. Come on, oh, he's charging. God. I am just leveling monsters. Like, I don't know what to do. This is just so many big fish. Just having fun. I'm just kidding. It's all in good fun. You can't always slay monsters. Sometimes you got to put some time in, weed through some of the smaller fish, and if you wait long enough, your time could come. The last couple of videos, You guys have seen me fish outside a lot, or even in this video, and then in an Otter resort recently too. I was able to use my 50-inch rod, which I'm in love with. I can't quite get away with the 50-inch rod in this shack. The longest rod I can get away in this shack is like probably about 38 to maybe 40 inches, something like that. The resort though, I said previously in a video, I was like, I don't think I can fish with that 50-inch frostbite rod even in there. And then I did a video, the last video where Adam slammed his giant walleye, or one of the last videos. I actually used that rod in the resort, and there was actually lots of room in there. So I'll be looking forward to using that rod more inside too, not just outside. But it's been probably one of my favorite walleye rods that I've had in my hands. Right now I'm fishing with a 38-inch true grit, and it's still awesome, but it's like I can tell, and like I miss that feel of that rod. It's awesome. I'm super happy with that rod. They did a good job on it. Oh, I caught a fish. Are you kidding me? I'm outside the shack catching fish, literally talking to my buddies, and I finally catch a fish. This is amazing. See Bumper? Can we eat it? We might be able to eat it. Oh yeah. Oh, it's a burbot. Dude, I got the Grand Slam today. I got the Grand Slam. I got the perch. I got the Cisco. I got the walleye, and I got, is this a snake? Like, look how small he is. Well, the sad thing is we can't even eat him. Bumper wanted to eat the fish, but this burbot, we could pickle him maybe. Well, that burbot will wrap up this video, this installment of Clayton Schick Outdoors. I know there wasn't much going on today, not much to learn, but like I've said in the past, not every video is gonna be bangers. Just gonna keep firing them out. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget, get outside.